juice is actually the birch juice.
We just light it on fire right out here where it falls and it's gone.
Hey everyone, thanks for watching. My name is Matt. The crew and I are taking a different approach to your normal tree video that you see on here. So if you're interested to see what that looks like, then stay tuned and please subscribe, comment, and like the video. And thanks for watching.
Good morning.
Good morning, Vietnam.
Well, look who decided to show up. The climber's finally here.
Yeah, I had to take a real nasty.
Yeah, nope.
Josh, you got in the way. I couldn't see.
This is day one of the massive spruce removal out on the Lost Coast. We're going to be heading there, and normally you'd be able to fall a tree like this, being that there's a field right next to it. This time we're going to take it out limb by limb and top it and then drop the main stem. We're going to be using a speed line. I set aside 4 days. Hopefully we get it done in that amount of time, so we'll see what happens. Wow, see the dirty one.
Yeah, there's a lot of dirty ones. None of the others have already gone over it. It's all dirty all the time everywhere.
Oh yeah, if you look through it, you can see all the clogged duck.
Just loading up the old dingo here. This thing has been the greatest asset to the company since we purchased it a couple years ago. It saves so much time and energy, as well as our backs. We absolutely love it.
Working the line. Good over there. Hold on, we gotta test it. Headed to the job site. Let's get this thing done. We got the 3120 in the back, ready to do some damage on the spruce. So let's head there. A little tight, huh?
So here we
tight.
are, arriving to the job site, trying to get all of our trucks and equipment in the right place. One of the most stressful times, if you ask me. The client's watching us, waiting for us to start cutting. Meanwhile, we're just unhooking stuff, loading stuff up, just trying to get things in the right order so that we can maximize efficiency once we start working. And this job site was no exception.
Don't watch that ditch. Well, if it were me, I'd just go set a rope up in there, put 2 boys out in the field tugging on it, and just send that thing from the ground and then do a bunch of ground clearing.
See, if this brand new double wide wasn't right there, I'd be more
With the wind going right at it.
I'd be more apt to do that. So I think we're gonna zip all the branches down and try that and see how that goes and go from there.
Hey Josh, I got you a carrot.
Yeah, it's a radish.
That's lunch. Getting the chipper and chip truck in place. Final piece of the puzzle. Almost ready.
Yeah, just now.
And finally, around 9 o'clock, we're getting the pony motor all warmed up for the bucket truck. Grant's getting his gear ready, all situated, about to go up and make some stuff happen.
Now Grant's setting up our speed line up as high as he can reach in the tree. He's gonna run it down here. We're gonna connect it to the dingo, and then we'll start from the bottom, attaching speed lines to the limbs. When he cuts them, I'll back up and put tension on the speed line, and hopefully the plan is that will lift the limbs up and out and slide them down to us, where we'll feed them into the old BC 1400 Vermeer chipper. First rule of tree work, if it can get caught on something, it will get caught on something.
This is one of the first rules I discovered when doing tree work. If you have any rules of tree work, go ahead and let us all know. I'm sure we could benefit from hearing them. Josh just looking glorious as ever in that wind. There's definitely better ways to attach a speed line, but this is what we do. It works fine, and so we just run with it.
Think we should finish by what time you think, Josh?
Oh, what's it now? Like 12:45. We'll be out of here 1:30.
Yeah.
There's not a whole lot of tree left.
Some of these limbs are so long, as soon as we cut them, the tips just hit the ground and drag, so they're not getting the sliding action that they need. We just lower them down and unhook and grab it with the skid steer and pull it on over to the chipper.
All right, there's the tree. Almost halfway done. Bucket's maxed out.
And it's a little late in the day to have Andrew climb up and do any cutting in the tree. So he's just gonna use his throw ball and set a line. That way we're ready to rock in the morning.
It's a box kite. So we're gonna continue with our planned method of attack. Andrew's gonna climb up there. I'm hoping that we get up to a good spot to take the top out by the end of the day. We shall see. Josh, where's your hard hat?
My dog ate it.
My dog ate it.
First limb of the day. You can see the condensation whip off of the rope there from the tension that the branch puts on it. Well, speedline carabiner down. That limb was a little bit heavy. Stretched out the carabiner and rendered the gate inoperable. You might be wondering why we're not just putting the limbs straight into the chipper. The client requested that we keep the limb wood separate so that they could use it for firewood, and it also helps us not fill up with chips as quick and have to make continuous dump runs. So it's kind of a win-win. It kind of takes a little bit more time, but it's also less wear on the chipper, so I'm kind of happy it worked out this way. Yes, perks of an old drum chipper. At least in my experience, every old drum chipper I've had has just drooled out chips and doesn't really throw them into the truck like it should. And combine that with a bunch of thick needled spruce limbs and it just clogs it right up. Like right here. Gotta hit that stop bar as soon as you can so it doesn't make that clog even worse. Meanwhile, limbs are coming down, ropes are getting caught. We're spread thin on the old job site here today. And so that we don't slow down Andrew up in the tree, we're just gonna pile these limbs here. Because why do today what you can put off till tomorrow?
All right, end of the second day, and this is what we were able to get done. We got it all set up to top it in the morning. We got our rope up in there. How are we gonna do it, Josh?
Well, I'd probably put that rope around the trap and then just ride the old, get a shot of that old Mini X and just rope that track and get it to the top. Rip the top off, throw it down, pedal down with it.
By the way, where's your hard
on
hat?
down. What hard hat?
Got a lot of big, hard wood here. Look at the size of that limb. That's a big limb. Spruce goose is actually the birch goose. The media changed it to spruce goose because it sounded better than birch goose.
Well, I'm sure it's like Kona coffee. There's like 1% spruce in it. 99% birch.
Yeah,
That's how marketing works nowadays, right?
Yeah.
Now I'm finding out my whole childhood's lies.
Yeah.
We got a bogey.
Alright, I put new blades on the chipper last night. It's not clogging anymore. I'm going to attempt to feed it with the excavator, which is something I've never done before. I've always used a skid steer. Andrew is climbing up in the top in order to install the rope so that we can pull it over. So just bear with me as I try and feed the chipper here. Alright, that isn't working too well, so I'm just going to load these limbs with the dingo and get this pile all chipped up so that way we can pull the top over. Andrew's ready up in the tree, so this will be a lot quicker.
Alright, lunchtime on the third day. We got the top down. Gonna drop this big old toad of a log. We got a couple more limbs to chip up. We might get out of here today, everyone. I don't want to say it, but
2 hours later.
We had to push real hard to get through those last chipper clogs. Now we're just cleaning up the brush and then we're gonna drop that log. Let me just warm up the 3120 real quick. We nicknamed this saw Chaos because it is absolute chaos to handle. It has that 61-inch bar on it that when you try to hold horizontal, it has so much deflection that the chain will pop out of it and the cut that you make will have a bow in it and cause your saw to bind up. But I was able to handle this one pretty well.
that looks like it's gonna line up good.
And the term Humboldt face cut was actually coined here in Humboldt County back in the 1800s when the loggers were logging the redwoods. They had to figure out a way to get that wedge piece out of there by themselves. So they put the diagonal on the bottom, that way it would just slide out as soon as they finished their final cuts. Kind of a shame to cut through this burl like this, but I just want to get this job done at this point, and so I'm just going to do the back cut and put this thing on the ground. And I'm going to have them put some more tension on this because I'm not seeing it lift at all with the tension that's already on there. Hopefully we can pull this thing over.
I ain't got no screen, but that side's fine. Well, I'd say that held up pretty well considering.
And of course, as soon as we get this thing on the ground, an angry resident up the road is upset that we blocked the road for 15 minutes, and so she needs to get through ASAP, and she parked her truck about 30 feet away from the tree, so I have to ask her to move. As Josh would say, it's not the size of the skiddy, it's how you use it, and that definitely applies to the old dingo here. And if you made it this far in the video, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe, leave a comment. That way we know to keep on putting more time and energy into these videos. We just hope to keep on getting better and better at it. And again, thanks for watching.